Dum, 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 dum,
Space between.
Why, hello. I'm thinking of changing the intro. Because, well, okay, just listen to this, okay? There's been the intro since day one. Welcome to the Space Between podcast, where we talk about the space between life and art, passion and business, what's happening now, and what's happening next, okay? Now, let me break this down for you. What about that do we actually talk about?
I don't know.
Business, do you think?
Wait, say it again?
Alright, I'll say it and you break it down as I say it, okay?
Yeah,
Welcome to the Space Between podcast.
that's true.
Where we talk about the space between life and art.
Yeah, we kind of do that.
It's like halfway
we
church.
react to things and we talk about our company and we have different artists on.
Okay. This one might be a thing. Passion and business.
We definitely talk about what we're passionate about, and I say we do sprinkle business in there.
What's happening now?
We do that.
And what's happening next?
We do that.
I'm Pat Shand.
I'm still Amy Shan. That's accurate still.
Well, all right. Because here's the thing. I don't have a better one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that one, it just seems like...
I mean, you can always switch it up, but you can just... It doesn't have to be because it's wrong. It just can just be because you want something new.
Yeah, that's true. Because, like, here's the thing. We've gone... we get a little bit lowbrow sometimes, you know? We had Raven Gregory on last podcast. No transition there needed, you know?
Yeah.
Raven was our most wild guest so far, you know?
It's hard to rein in.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even try. You know, you can't even try to rein him in.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to go with the flow.
It's like the difference between when you have like a domestic animal
Yeah.
and a wild animal. You just
Feral.
have to
Yeah.
You just have to let it do its thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean him.
Raven's going to come back on the podcast, too.
I know.
He said to me, he messaged me, and it's so funny. He calls these interviews, you know?
I know, yeah.
He posted the podcast a few times and said, greatest interview ever. And he wants to interview you on the next podcast.
I commented. I said I'm down.
Oh, you heard that? You saw that?
I saw it.
Okay. I'm very interested to see what questions he'll ask you, you know?
Me too.
But listen, everyone. Oh, we have some comments here. And I'll tell you this. This is our first time using Facebook's new live recording system.
Like the platform, the new one.
I'm telling you this. Historically, and this might be a character flaw. It might be just a creature comfort. But I don't like new things. It's hard to adjust.
You were trying to avoid the change for weeks now.
Can you tell the people, right, what I do every time? What happens is this. I go live, and this is how we record our live angle. Mm-hmm. Oh, and before I get into that, we're not going to have the wide angle. Normally, we would cut to the wide angle as I point to it. We're not going to have the wide angle in this episode because of this. It takes a long time to edit. It does up the production value because this is just our live webcam. Mm-hmm. We actually have a cam situation there. But we have to get this out tomorrow.
Okay.
I have too much to do. Mm-hmm. We usually record it a day earlier.
Gotcha.
But fucking, I can't do it. Get off my back.
That's fine.
Okay?
You know what? I honestly thought that you didn't do the setup because you were too depressed about the cat breaking.
I'll tell you this. I wasn't even going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Now, all right.
Now you're crying.
Well, I'm going to get into why the platform pisses me off and about my creature comfort, whether it's a flaw or just okay to have.
Okay.
But in our wide angle, and I'll tell you this, that's part of it. That's not entirely inaccurate.
All right.
Fucking in our wide angle, we have this little platform. It's sort of become, we put little gifts on there.
It's like a little monument.
Yeah, we have my Pokemon Go crystal ball that has Mew in there, glowing, gleaming.
Did you get that at a convention?
I sure did. And I don't buy shit at conventions.
Yeah, you usually just buy me stuff.
But I saw that and I was like, gotta catch them all.
It.
You know?
Yeah.
So I bought
It's a
that.
good purchase.
Yeah, it ended up leading to disaster though.
It's actually a wrecking ball.
Yeah. So we displayed the Pokeball. We display some. Last time I wanted to try putting a book that I'm reading there, but it kind of cluttered it, in my opinion. So, and then we put this. What is it made out of?
I think it's like porcelain.
A porcelain statue of a cat, and it's a Mexican cat.
Or maybe
okay?
like terracotta.
Yeah, it's terracotta in my opinion. Okay, it's this terracotta Mexican cat, and we bought it in San Diego, in Old Town, and actually, can you get it? The head
You
part.
want me to get its pieces?
Get that? No, one piece. The head part.
Wow, that's morbid. Okay. Whatever you say. He's like, I'm not gonna bring it up. Can you show it?
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about it, we gotta get to it. We gotta get to it. Oh, and Chuck comments, I don't think you need multiple angles for this thing to work. You guys are what makes this work. Fuck the angles. All right. Oh, don't show it yet. Don't show it yet. Pass it to me over the camera. All right. So, oh my god, I'm depressed about this. For real
depressed.
I almost cried about it. And that's immature. Okay?
You're just emotional.
But I believe that things have souls. Okay? When I was a little boy, right? What I would do is this. I had a backpack. The primary compartment of the backpack, we had school books in that motherfucker, okay? Notebooks, textbooks, all that shit.
Right.
And they used to make us carry, because here's the thing. Back in those days, right? The 4th, 5th, 6th grade days, you didn't have lockers, but you had 20 textbooks. You had one big thickie for each subject, right?
Sure.
I would carry, how did I not have scoliosis?
I know.
They-
that was a problem back in the day, and then they got the rolly backpacks, and a lot of people had those.
Oh, I couldn't imagine bringing one of those to school, you know?
It's like a little suitcase.
But I remember they would bend us over for scoliosis in the gym, take our shirts off in the locker room, and our gym teacher, who looked so much like fucking Hulk Hogan, would take his fingers and run them through his spine and be like, "You're okay, you're okay, you're okay." And it's just like,
Is he a doctor?
one, how do you know?
Yeah.
Two, if I wasn't okay, it's all your faults.
Right.
Right? So, back to the cat. We bought this in Old Town, Mexico. And I'll tell you the story about this beautiful cat.
It's Old Town San Diego.
Yeah, but, okay, that's true. But it's meant to be Mexico, right?
Yeah, it's like where the people, I think it's one of the first places in California that Mexicans like settled when they
Yes.
came to California. So it still has a really nice like old Spanish style, and it's like a tourist spot, and there is like historical things there.
I saw the cat, and the cat's face is painted to be sad. So when I looked at it, I said out loud, why do they do this way? Why make this one this way? And then I was overcome with a wave of empathy for this
Like you're at an adoption center.
porcelain toy, yeah. And I was like, you know who they made this for? They made it for me.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, back to the sticks. I'm discombobulated because of this cat right now.
He is upset, clearly.
What I would do with my book backpack back in the day, you know,
God.
I would keep the books in the main compartment, and then in the intermediate compartment, that little middle hitter, right? I would find sticks, stones, right? I would pick up a stick and be like, no one's gonna love this stick, but I do. And I put it in my backpack. And one time this kid snatched my backpack. And if I'm telling you this, if it were now, I would fuck him up, right? But he snatched the backpack and he opened it. And he opened it to a bunch of of sticks and tree bark, you know?
He's like, what the fuck's wrong with this kid?
Yeah. But I always
That's
felt
so funny.
that these objects, right, had not a soul, but an essence to them. Like, watch this. We have souls, right? There's the soul, the body, the mind, and then the essence. To me, the essence is what makes that thing what it is. It's the core of it. A tree has a core. The sticks that fall off become a new thing. They have stick essence, okay?
Stessence, yeah.
Yeah, they have that little stessence, you know? That little stessence. And I would keep them, and I would love them.
It's beautiful.
So, when I met this porcelain
and that's
cat.
not something you grew out of, is what you're saying.
Right. When I met this porcelain cat in my 30s last year, this year actually.
In my 30s
this year. I...
Flash forward 28 years.
What
God.
are you saying, though, you know?
Nothing.
Okay. So...
Carry on.
This cat has a frown as if its heart is broken. And my thing was, I want to mend this heart. And I'll tell you this. It's very delicate. And when I first brought it over, the extent that I went to make sure it got in my suitcase safe, I went through lengths.
Yeah, some fragile packaging going on.
Yeah, and it was the first thing I checked on when we got home. I checked on our real cats in real life first.
But like as far as our luggage.
Yeah, I unpacked and like with my heart pounding in my chest, I unwrapped my most delicate clothing items and I revealed this cat safe. And then at the end, after we recorded last week's Tuesday episode, our solo episode, I was making dinner because I was hungry. I wanted to make dinner for us right after the podcast. So I didn't clean up. I went to dinner, the kitchen. I cooked dinner. I was bringing you your plate. And I don't know why I did it this way. It's 70% my fault, 30% your fault.
What the fuck? How did that happen? I was literally sitting right here in this spot.
I'll tell you exactly why.
Doing this.
I'll tell you why, and then you'll understand in context.
Probably not, but go ahead.
You are egregiously slow, okay?
Because I wasn't moving.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. Watch. You gotta let me do this, okay? True or not true? Say the cats are doing something cute. I say, Amy, look. It'll take you...
Oh, like my reflexes?
Yes, minimum 15 seconds. And then
You're making me sound like an art.
No, listen. Every time it's done, right? I say, Amy, look. Every time, by the time you look, the thing is done. Is that not true?
Yeah, but I don't think that has to do with how slow I am. I think it has to do with me always being occupied with something else in my head.
No, I agree. That's you're slow to respond to me because you're doing something, right?
Okay.
So, what happened is this: I was bringing your food over first, as I do every single time. Good husband, okay? I had your plate in one hand. You eat on the stool that we have. Had you cleared it off? No, okay. What I did, I was holding the plate out to you, and you were just watching TV, not reacting to me. So I was like, all right. So I went to the stool, which at this point had the crystal Pokeball, the cat, and the book. I successfully removed the book, okay? And I pick up the Pokeball, and I must have had a very small, a very bad grip on it, you know? And I'm trying to clear the table, so I said...
I hear a lot of I in this story.
That's why I said 70%. 70-30 is staggering.
Okay, go ahead.
I held the Pokeball out to you. And I said...
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
I said, Amy, take this. And because I felt something happening. Like I hit the thing, and it was wobbly. I said, Amy, take this. And at the same time, you didn't react. You didn't take it. And it was very quick. I'll give you that. The cat fell off the stool as the Pokeball fell out of my hands. And in midair, the Pokeball strikes the cat and they both fall on the ground.
Yeah, they clashed.
The cat is in pieces. There's little tiny shards, and there are four
or five.
4 to 5 main pieces. And the cat is usually this tall. So it's a wreck. Now, before we move on and I show the cat,
tears in his eyes.
Do you agree with my 70-30 or do you want to contest that?
No, I didn't do anything at all. And that doesn't mean that it's my fault because nothing would have happened if you had not come over and started it.
No, I totally agree. So you would say 95-5.
At least, yeah.
I'll be okay if you take at least a fraction, a small fraction of the blame.
Okay.
Do you agree or no? Be real.
I will for you to be happy.
That's not what I asked you, though. Do you agree?
No, I think it's pretty much appeases you. I agree with you. For you to be happy.
Oh, no. All right, I'll move on because I have to. Because I'm not getting any better than that.
I'll take the 5% because I was born in the city that you bought it.
Okay. So I'm going to show... Now I'm going to show the cat to the camera. And I'll just say this.
Not all of it.
Trigger warning, okay?
Oh my God.
Because this is bad. It's worse than you think.
He's real upset. It looks like a weapon now. Turn it around. Damn. That's sharp. Think about super gluing it back together.
How do I not know where the camera is? You know what I mean?
It's the green light.
No,
in the middle.
I know, but I keep going like this.
Yeah, I don't know why you were waving it around like a wand.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to put it back so you don't break it again?
I just want to show the face again.
95% you?
I just want to show the face again.
Now he's got a reason to be sad, you know?
I was thinking that. You know what I was thinking? I was like, wow, he was painted this way because he knew, you know?
He knew. It's fate. What if I made a clay bottom half for that?
You know what I was thinking? That I don't know how much you think that I've been thinking about this.
Probably a lot now that I...
But I'll tell you this. Mm-hmm. You said that the next day that you were going to look into it. It's been a week, okay?
You know, down to the hour.
Yeah. This happened like around 8 o'clock p.m.
Oh my God.
So the week anniversary is coming up. But I was thinking a couple of things. It's hollow. It's very hollow.
Right.
You can fill it with clay. Mm-hmm. So it's... Because it's going to be even more fragile
My
now.
question is... Yeah, if I did anything with clay and then wanted to put it back in the oven... I don't know if this could go in the oven.
I can't burn him, though. He's been through too much.
Oh, my God. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay, you can put him back
someday.
Fuck, dude. Oh, my God. All right, we have comments here. We have... Terrell Bateman says, yeah, I remember that guy. And Terrell, do you mean the guy as far as me when I was young collecting sticks? Or do you remember the cat from the videos? Cliff Jackson says, "Who?" And I owe Cliff a response back. That's a fraction. Looks like a bowl. Yeah, he has a very the pattern of the cat is very bowl like. Is it ceramic? Is that what that is? Or no?
That's what I said at first, but then I said something else. Terracotta.
Okay. No, you used to plaster it. No, you used to porcelain at first.
Porcelain. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it probably is ceramic. I don't know.
Terrell Baby says, is that a Shiv cat? Now it is.
It is now.
Fuck. Oh, man. I'm sad about it.
Aww.
I don't know why I put so much stock in possessions. Is that a flaw?
I don't think so, because it hasn't hindered you yet, really, except for you being sad when they break.
I'm very sad when it breaks.
I know.
When things break. Mm-hmm. It's probably not your fault at all, you know?
I know.
I mean, you don't have to say it like that, but okay. I owe an apology to 3 you. Last of all, you. Second of all, the people involved in this production. And first of all, our viewers. I said something last podcast that it was true when I said it. It's not true now. In fact, let's see if I can
change of heart.
Play a little bit of what I said here. Because what I said, no way, dude, okay?
I remember what you said.
What? Can you try to do it exactly?
You said it was like a British version of Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I went even further, though, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see if I can get this clip going.
Say.
Right. With British people. Here we go.
Oh, it's the cat.
Oh. Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Love Island, the UK version.
Oi.
And we've been enjoying their accents thoroughly. Well, I have. Clearly, Pat has as well.
It's been a bloody nightmare watching her watch this show.
Usually he likes the shows that I watch when he sits next to me and like works while I watch TV. But this show is so hateable because it's so cheesecake. And like,
I said it.
it's so cheesy. Like,
The show is bloody rubbish.
it's a competitive show. And it's like a game show.
I'll tell you
It's
this.
like full of
Times have
drama.
changed.
It's hilarious to me.
I've been watching media, right, with British people since I've been born.
Right.
I don't understand a word these fucks are saying, okay?
Well, that's how
usually-
real British people talk from
Hey.
the streets of Britain.
To me, no. To me, a real British person is like, oi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, mate.
That's what they're like, but way
Nate's
faster.
Australian.
It's like the British Jersey
know that
Shore,
now.
this fucking show.
It is.
All right. So, I have a lot to take back
I'm
here.
pissed at myself, to be honest.
I have a lot to take back
To
here.
be very honest.
Oh, okay. I'll start with this. What I usually like in TV, I like dramas. I like 6 Feet Under. I like The Leftovers. I like The fucking Sopranos. I like to feel emotions. I like to ask philosophical questions when I watch TV. When I watch a comedy, I also want to cry a little bit too. The Office, Parks and Rec.
I agree. And like catharticism, you know? You want to
Yes.
feel the feelings that those people are feeling.
Yes.
Whether you're laughing with them or crying with them or what. And like in order to have like that catharticism, feeling what they're feeling, I feel like you have to know the character pretty well.
Yes. And in watching these shows, it's as if you're living a little life. For 6 Feet Under, you live with the Fishers. You see them go through life and deaths. With Love Island, you, after hating it for a long time, okay? You, and by that I mean me, us, we fall in love.
Yeah.
The show started out, I'll tell you this, when I saw you watching it, I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe that you were watching it. It seemed like it was objectively not a good show.
Right.
But then I began to watch the interactions between the characters, and what I would see develop was this.
And then you'd ask questions. What about that one?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
she at? What is the
Right. And it started out with the guys. I noticed that the guys, because what it is this. There's a house, and if I get anything wrong, correct me, okay?
Okay.
There's this villa. There's this villa that these Brits go to, yeah?
Oh my god.
Mate? And
Mate's Australian.
British. I've read Harry Potter, okay?
All right.
In this fucking villa, this bloody villa, they introduce some blokes, right? And then they bring in some beds. Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
And these British blokes and birds, right? They pick pairs. They say, I'll couple up with you. I'll couple up with you. And then over the course of time, they'll introduce a rogue, a new person. And then that'll throw off the couples. And then someone will be single. And then they'll have someone that gets, if they've been single long enough, they'll have them choose again. And the single person gets besieged from the island.
Yeah. They get dumped from the island.
Yes. And at the
Of love.
right. And sometimes people watching live can vote them off.
Yeah, sometimes they have viewer votes the night before, and then the results come into play the next day.
And I'll tell you this. In saying this, it seems like it couldn't not be vapid. But what dragged me in and made me love the show and made my heart swell 3 times the size, right, was fucking this. The guys fell in love with each other.
Yeah, they have everybody, not only like the love connections, quote
Yeah.
unquote, the friend connections and
Yes.
the bond between like the boys specifically, like what Pat's talking about, is so funny and interesting to watch because they all live together and it like Big Brother. They all move into a house and then they don't have any contact with the outside world. They each have like a phone where they're getting texts from producers as far as like what their plans are for the day, and they can take pictures on there and stuff. and have them for later. But they have no social media. They can't call anyone, can't call their family, nothing. So they only have each other to hang with and live with for 8 weeks. If some of them can stay as long. Some of them stay like 2 days, 3 days, and then another like recoupling ceremony happens and they just don't find like a connection with someone and they get sent home. But some of them last there like 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like these people really get to know each other really quickly. It's so interesting.
Yes. The bond that the guys had, it was just, it was kind of shocking for me to see because I feel like in reality shows that I've seen, what I don't like is how negative they are about how there's so much competition. And here's the thing. These guys are in some way in competition because people are going to vote the best couple and the most voted couple wins the show. And they either leave with $50,000 or the person can split up the couple and take $50,000 themselves, right?
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be this kind of like ethos of competition. What I noticed was that the guys had bonded and they were being so physical with one another, like stroking each other's legs, like just like sitting on their laps and stuff.
Suntan on each other. They work out together and they like jump on each other. It's just like watching. It's literally like watching a pack of wolves.
That's exactly what it is. I've never seen.
But they're humans.
Yeah, maybe it's because they're British. I don't know. I've never seen men so platonically affectionate with one another.
Even on the Australian version that I started recently, like I haven't seen as much of it, but the guys are more inclined to like be competitive and have beef with each other.
Yeah, I don't like that.
More so. And that to me seems like more the norm.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys are like, on the British one, they're like bawling when their friends get sent home.
I know, yeah.
Their guy friends, because like they've created such like a brotherhood.
Dude, it's crazy.
And stuff.
All these guys openly cry, and just watching it, I was moved by that, and I felt like a fool. You know, for a couple of reasons. One, because I'm like moved by this show that I was just talking shit on so fucking hard. And two, at first I felt silly, but you cried to the show like 20 times.
The show, like, because it really gets me. That's why I was talking about like catharticism, because like at the end of the show, when there's only a few people left, now they've been there however long, weeks, and they don't have contact with the outside world, and each season has an episode where like the final couples each have a surprise visit from their family members. So now the person that they've been like romantically involved with, each of them gets to meet each other's like closest family members and stuff.
That part
and
was
they get so excited to like, they get so excited to see their family and they're all crying and stuff. And like, I'm just such like an empathetic person. I feel like every time I see anyone cry in real life or on the television, I immediately start crying. So like, it just makes me cry all the time because I'm like, they're so cute how they like jump all over their mom, this full grown man. It reminds me of my little brothers because like my little brother, Casey specifically, I feel like he's like super affectionate and he's always like sitting on my mom's lap and he's like 6'5".
He is.
So he looks like a giant.
He could be on the show.
He's a big old teddy bear. So I've been hard on him recently in the last couple of weeks to sign up for the next season, but because of quarantine and stuff, I feel like they're not going to do another one till like 2022.
And I mean, what I would find myself doing is that I didn't express that I was into the show. So, but Amy would like criticize one of the guys. And I'll say this, his name is Mike. And I would find myself being like, no, you got Mike wrong, okay? And I would defend this guy.
Right.
And now what I want to do is this. I want to look at the final couples of the first season that you watched, and we'll describe these people and talk a little bit about them, okay?
Okay, but first of all, Terrell Bateman says the Aussie one is very cutthroat. That's so funny. I'm on like episode 8 of the season 2 of the Australian one. And like I noticed in the difference that I've seen of the seasons of the British one and the Australian one. I don't know if it's just specific to the seasons that I've seen, but in the Australian one, I feel like almost everyone was like sucking face within like the first day before anyone else new came to the villa. Yeah. And like coupled up hardcore. Whereas like, maybe I don't remember, but like the British people, it took a long time for people to like kiss and actually like get together and stuff. It was more of like a smoother runs. Like the Australian one is like so intense. I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh, about the Australian one. Before we move to the British one that I want to talk about in depth. About the Australian one, there's this evil fuck, okay?
Oh my
His
God.
name is Maurice, okay?
Such a narcissist.
And here's the thing. One, and this isn't why he's evil, but Maurice is obviously gay, okay? And he is scamming these girls. He's making this poor girl, right, fall in love with him, and he has no interest. He has no interest in any of the girls. He speaks to them like he wants to win the game for the money, okay? That's number one. The reason why he's evil is this. He's very Donald Trump in his interactions. What he'll do is this. He'll, when having a conversation with someone, he belittles them through the conversation in ways that if they bring it up, he's like, oh, no, I was just saying this. And then he'll repeat what the person he's talking to says back, but he'll twist it. So it's not enough where they can say he's lying. It's enough where he changes the course of the conversation and projects onto them an emotion that they weren't saying, right? Another reason why he's evil. He has hair that's short and yet it's parted, okay? He has a fade that's parted.
And there was like a scene in it where he was lifting up the front of his bangs and like cutting the little baby hairs on his hairline.
I could fucking shit myself seeing that.
And I've never seen that before. Is that like a common thing for guys? People, let me know.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah, me and Pat and I were like, what the?
I could shit myself watching him. Really. I
just don't like the way, he talks to girls and he like puts words in their mouth. Like they'll be like, I don't want to talk to you. And he'll literally be like, okay, I understand that I make you nervous and you don't want to talk right now.
Yeah, he adds that part.
And it's just like, no.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Like,
and there's a scene where this one girl doesn't go with his bullshit, right? And he gets up. He does this fucking power move. This is what Raven tried to do to me. Raven Gregory tried to alpha me last episode by taking off his shirt. I had just said how...
just hot.
Listen. Okay. No. All right. I know Raven, okay? I had just said how good I looked in my black shirt. 2 minutes later, Raven takes his shirt off. And I'm like, I can't have that. I took mine off too.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Well, how do you know they were, okay? I'm not just talking to you.
All right.
You have 50% to do with this shit, okay?
All right.
So this guy, Maurice, this evil fuck, right? He's in this conversation that isn't going well. And he picks up his glass of water and he says to her, help me do an Australian accent. Crikey. I'm going to pick up my water and get some more water. Come on and walk with me while I do so.
Yeah.
And he gets up and starts walking. And she says, no, you go ahead. How Donald Trump is that, you know?
He literally, I think, said, like, do you want to listen to me while I go get more water?
Yeah.
Or something like that,
dude.
as he gets up and starts walking. And she's just like, nope, I'll stay here.
Yeah, it makes... watching him speak
So
to people
cringy.
this way makes my intestines twist.
Yeah.
But now let's get positive here, okay?
Let's get to the good ones.
Yeah. These are angels here, okay? I want to talk about...
It's true, like, I really do start to love all of them, and I'm such a fucking weirdo. Like, just like everyone else, I go and follow them all on Instagram.
Yes.
But I literally, like, sometimes I get so, like, man, I wish, they were my friends.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you know them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's weird because it's a reality show, so it's actually them.
Yes.
So you feel like you do know them. And, like, if you think of, like, a joke or something, especially in quarantine, because I don't really, like, I talk to my friend Cassie and stuff, but I feel like I mostly talk to these fucking people on the TV.
That's what I feel about podcasts. That mostly I hang out with Theo Von, Chris D'Elia, and Bobby Lee.
Yeah, that's why I like when they make YouTube accounts and, like, when they are lucky enough to stay together after the show and it works. A lot of the couples make, like, YouTube accounts and are all over each other's social media. So I like to... follow them because it's fun to see. Yeah.
So, I'm going to describe the couple.
Okay.
And then you do it. Because you know a lot more than I do.
Okay.
But I'll describe it on a surface level and then you get into it, okay?
Alrighty.
This is Finn and Paige from Love Island Season 6.
I feel like it is Season 6.
This is the best season.
This is the first season we watched.
It's the best one, though.
Okay.
Finn is a guy who... I know for a fact he's a werewolf, okay? There's no chance he's not. You can see the wolf in him, okay?
He's a wolf man.
He he
You can
kind
see it
of
in his eyes.
you can
and
see it in his
teeth.
eyes. You can see it in his hair. He is a wolf man.
Right.
When the moon comes, I'm not sure if he's told Paige yet, but what he does is
I'm sure she knows.
He locks himself in a cage so he doesn't devour her.
Oh my god.
He's a very handsome debonair guy. Okay, he's muscular. He's tattooed, but not too tattooed.
Right.
And
He has some tattoos, but he's not like, whoa, tattoos.
yes, and Paige is a very cute Australian girl.
Nope.
Very cute Scottish girl.
Okay, yeah.
I knew I was wrong as soon as I fucking said it. Can you do an impression of Paige?
Oh my god. I can't. It's too cute. I don't even know how.
How long?
Well, I'm trying to think of one of her like words, like her phrases that she says.
You think, and I'll do one, okay?
Oh, I remember when she called him. She was like looking at Finn, and she's like, "Oh, he's a big handsome bastard, isn't he?"
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Say it again.
No, I can't.
Well, please.
No, you're gonna have to play it back.
He's a big handsome bastard, isn't he?
There you go.
That was pretty good, right?
Kind of good.
What?
Kind of Irish, but still.
Fen. She goes, Fen.
She's so funny because she's like loud, but she's been on TV before because she got to like the finals or semifinals of like Britain's Got Talent
Very cute video.
when she was like 15 years old, 14 years old. But now she's like 22 and she went on Love Island. And yeah, she's just like this really pretty blonde girl. Very talented, obviously, super funny. And what I love about her is since watching interviews and stuff with them post show and stuff, she was the one that was like reprimanded the most by the producers because she took the longest to wake up in the morning, and they would be like, Paige, like, let's get a move on, we're trying to start the day. And like all the time during, they would all, and Finn was mimicking the producers like, no, Paige, you can't take a nap right now, like we're trying to make a show. So she's just really chill and just like me, always trying to nap and shit. So yeah.
Here we go. Now this is Luke T and Shanice.
Yeah, Shanice.
So Luke T, he looks kind of like a guy that would ask you to borrow a pencil in class and never give it back. He you know what I mean?
He's kind of like a class clown.
Yes. He I wouldn't even say he's handsome, but he's ripped though.
He's not unattractive.
He has like he class clown's perfect. He has like a very jovial face.
Right. And his eyes, they're always like laughing and smiling.
His girl is a Disney obsessed woman who looks
I wouldn't say obsessed. She's a fan. She loves Disney, but like that's not everything she talks about. It's just like one of her themes.
I mean, I'm obsessed with Pokemon Go, but it's not all I talk
you
about.
are.
It's not all I talk about though.
Okay.
Is that true? Is that all I talk about?
No,
I'm not talking about it right now.
you are.
So is she. She came in. Her intro video said that she's looking for her Prince Charming.
Yeah, and she said she's I think she's from Bristol. She said she's like the Princess Jasmine of Bristol.
Oh, sounds pretty obsessed. Okay.
Okay.
She looks like Princess Jasmine.
She's
okay?
super cute. She's like rail thin, but she actually has like a booty, and she is surprisingly super good at dancing. Every time they had like a dance competition, or like they would do like a striptease competition or something, or a talent show. And then she said on one of the things that she was actually a dance teacher, and I was like, oh, that makes total sense, because every time she would have to like go and shake her butt somewhere, I'd be like, oh, damn, girl, because she's like super fit and she's really like little, but she's actually quite like curvy. When and she's just very like outspoken, and she's super bubbly, and I just love her. She's very funny.
Would you call her slim thick?
In a way, because of her booty, yeah.
Yeah. The first scene that really brought me into the show with the couples was this, where Luke T, right? He's been paired with her, but he wants to ask her to be his girl officially, right? Mm-hmm. So he creates this sort of like story, right?
Scavenger hunt thing.
Yeah, scavenger hunt, yeah. Where he gives roles to each couple. And then he has his best friend, who I'm going to get to in a second. This guy named Luke M, right? Luke M sort of like sets this off, and it has Princess Shanice, right? Mm-hmm. Go.
They make her like a crown and shit.
Yeah.
And they put like all the guys put like sticky sequins all over their face.
Yes.
And it's super funny.
Oh yeah. She is taken around the villa, and she has to answer like a Sphinx style question at each couple. And
It's like a little riddle.
yeah, and she gets there to the final area, and it's him, and he's lounged,
Sequins all out.
sort of like he is like he has a harem, but it's only her, right? And she comes up to him, and he says, "Will you be my girl?" Was that a good impression?
Sure.
Oi, Shanice, will you be my girl?
That was like half Southern and half
Oh no,
my girl.
that's not what I want. Oh, that does sound something.
know?
Huh? All right, I'll try one more time. Okay.
Okay.
Oi, Shanice, will you be my bird?
I knew you were gonna switch it. That's better.
I can't say girl and not sound southern, I guess.
Right.
Girl. It sounds southern, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so that's Luke and Shanice. And then we have fucking Luke M and Demi.
And if you to describe Luke M, just imagine Justin Bieber, and that's him.
He couldn't
He
look
literally
more
could have a job, like those people that are impersonators
of Elvis, huh?
of anyone.
Yeah.
Elvis, Pam Anderson, this and that. Boom, Justin Bieber. That's him.
It is, and I'll say this. There are porn stars, and listen, not that I watch porn, okay? But there are porn stars who have who have names that are so similar to a celebrity. Like you have someone who looks like Miley Cyrus, okay?
Right.
And then you have someone who looks like someone else, okay? And they have their first name as that person's name, so people search for that person and they see porn. And I'm telling you this, I don't know this from experience, okay? I don't know this from experience. But Luke M could do that. He could be Justin Bieber on Pornhub, okay? He couldn't look more like the guy. He's very handsome. He's
Justin Boinger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Wow.
And I don't know that from experience.
Oh, I have a good one too. Have you at all heard the term bugger in the British version? You know what that really means, though?
No.
To get fucked in the butt.
Oh.
He could be Justin Bugger, okay?
Bugger.
Yeah. So he is the most good-looking guy in the group.
Pat has a crush on him.
He is the most good-looking guy in the group, to me. And his girl is also the most attractive, maybe. Paige is very attractive. But this girl and this guy, I'm not sure if they're still together. Are they?
I feel like they are.
But listen, this is my second favorite couple in the show.
I think they got second place.
They're the second best one.
They're very cute. Demi has like red hair, and she's a redhead. She's very little. She's like 5'2" or something. She's really small. Very smiley. Her laugh is like if you didn't like her for whatever reason, which I can't imagine why, her laugh would be really annoying.
Yeah.
But if you love her, which everybody who meets her I feel like does,
Okay.
then it's like contagious.
Can you,
it's like
can you do her
endearing.
laugh?
No, but I remember thinking like, oh wow.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like it's an out there laugh.
It's just like it pierces whatever's going on.
That's what you say about my laugh.
That's because yours is mostly because it's very like loud and booming. Hers
Okay.
is very maybe I remember it being like high pitched,
Oh,
like
like shrill. Okay.
But otherwise, not even otherwise, she's super adorable.
Yeah.
And they got together later in the season, and then they made it all the way to the finals, and I think they made it to second place. And they had Pat's favorite part of this season was the bromance between both of the Lukes.
I was about to say,
it's
this
called
is
Luke Squared.
This is my favorite couple
Yep,
on the show.
Luke Squared. And there's a bunch of memes about it and shit too, because it was like a total thing.
Luke T and Luke M, dude.
They're cute.
This is how I feel with my homies. Like, it seems so genuine. Okay? And just watching these two dudes, like, all right, I'll describe this. They have like the glamour photo where they're like all dressed up. Luke T has his shirt undone, showing some cleavage, showing some of that man tit. Okay.
Some muscle.
Yeah, the like glamour picture, but then you have picture of him like where he's like leaning into him. You have a picture where Luke M is resting his head on Luke T's broad shoulder, you know, and then you have the Wolfpack picture, right?
Right.
Where they're like all the guys are just like lounged together. These dudes
are on top of each other.
Yo, I love these dudes.
Legs. Oh my God! Speaking of which,
yeah, my best friend
you just got a text message from your best friend.
My Luke T to my Luke M, right? Just texted me, I went full gay,
and I'm curious to know about that.
He's gonna come out to me probably, you know.
Full homosexual.
Well, he wrote full homosexual to win. I'm gonna ask him what that means.
Wow,
like, a bit later on.
I'm so curious. What a coincidence!
Is it
really funny?
You know, it's meant to be. Then we have Ched and Jess.
Ched and Jess.
Now, Ched is
dope.
The biggest man I've ever seen. He's
like the BFG, big friendly giant.
Yo, that's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
He is a giant with a heart of gold.
Huge.
Okay? Dude, I mean, just his body, you know,
It's unreal. It looks like if a comic book artist were to draw like a huge muscly man. He
looks very much like you would picture the comic book character Luke Cage. You know, he's this character who has unbreakable skin. He's very muscular. And Ched has some
just big old tits.
And when I look at him, he kind of makes me wonder about myself.
Why are you gay?
You know? And he's very debonair, okay?
And it only makes sense that he did fall for someone whose tits were bigger than his, you know?
Yeah, you know, she's like
she
Barbie.
Matches him.
She's the Barbie of the group.
Yeah, when she first came in, I immediately judged her just because her voice is kind of airy.
Yeah.
But people grow on you watching her like talk to the other girls and stuff like that. Yeah. And she first came in with her identical twin.
Oh, dude.
As like a bombshell. Yeah. So everyone was like all happy, coupled up, getting to know each other. And then one of their like nights at the villa, the two twins came down all dressed up and everyone was all excited about them and blah, blah, blah. And then shortly after, her sister got sent home for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then she stayed and made it to the finals, but this guy, BFG Ched,
BFC,
he came in, and they got together towards the middle, I want to say, of the season, and they're super cute together, really cute.
He looks
I like them both.
If I were his friend, I would be much rowdier. You know what I mean? Like if I went out with him and someone started shit with me, I would start shit back.
Especially if you knew like he had your back.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like there's a story that I told about how
he might not even like her to fly though. I feel like.
No, that's true. But
he could.
all he would have to do is walk up to me and say, "What's wrong, mate?" Mm-hmm. And everyone would back down.
It would be like putting like a drop of oil into like water with pepper and all. It just goes.
Yeah.
Everyone goes away from it. He
is 8 feet tall. Yeah. He is a giant.
Yeah, I feel like he is like 6'7" or something.
You remember that story about how in an attempt to impress a girl I had a crush on, her best friend, someone spotted my crush's best friend's boyfriend. It's very hard to follow, right? My crush's best friend's boyfriend was spotted in a town on a date with someone else, cheating on her. Right?
Oh yeah.
So they said, Pat, come with us and punch this gentleman in the face, okay? And this guy looked like Drake. So I went to do it, and the guy had his back turned, and I was like, hey! And he turned around and punched him in the face.
Wrong guy.
Yeah,
I remember
a very vicious-looking man, okay? And I was terrified. It ended up being okay. Watch the episode. But,
oh, my God.
But if I had been with Ched, after he turned around, I would have been like, I mean, sorry, but what the fuck do you want to do? Sorry, but what do you want to do?
And then Ched would just come behind you and you would like go up to his belly button.
Yeah.
And he'd be like...
I mean, you didn't have to say belly button, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's your worst fear. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, you know.
I know what you're saying. All right, so...
To his fourth of his 8-pack.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Then the last couple is Mike and Priscilla.
Right.
And Mike is the guy who I felt that you weren't quite being fair to. I think he is... he's a good-looking guy. I think he's just someone who falls for girls very quickly. And I relate to that, okay? I fell for you quickly. And
Yeah, but unlike you,
okay.
or unlike him, I should say, you're not gonna like go and like break something off with someone and then like literally a day later. But I guess everything moves so quickly.
I mean, I've done that.
Okay,
I've done that in real life.
that's true. All right, well, I just think he's a ham. Like, I just think, I don't know, sometimes he's just so cheesy that I'm just like, really? And then watching the whole season, I watched him say the same thing, like verbatim,
Yeah.
to like at least 3 different girls.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, wow. Maybe it's, the extent of his, like, arson when he's like trying to graft a girl, as they say. They say put your grafting boots on.
That's fair.
And go and graft her.
Amy watching this show has become more and more British.
I like the words they use. It's way cooler.
And it's so funny when she says these words in her American accent because
Oh my god! The
Yeah.
other day I was like, and I speak to Pat about the show as if I'm gossiping about my friends and as if I'm still in high school.
you were
So-
saying gossiping though, weren't you? Because that's what they say on the fucking show.
No, I was just, my brain was moving too fast for my mouth. But I was like gossiping to Pat about the show the other night. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. And then he just thinks he can go and crack on with another girl. And then I just said it in a regular American accent. And you're like, are you serious?
I said, you said crack on like they do on the show? Crack on.
And I was like, there's no other way to describe it.
I said, there's not.
And you're like, trying to get with. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's literally trying to get with. That's twice the amount of words.
Oh, no, I didn't say it was shorter. I said it's American. Like, actually, speaking of Raven,
I want to move to the Brit.
I kind of do too now. Raven uses the term bloody, like he's a British guy.
That's funny too. See?
I want to call him out. But, so Mike
Maybe
and
he
Priscilla.
watches Love Island. I don't know Priscilla that well.
Yeah, I don't know that much about her either. They didn't give her that much screen time compared to the
Yeah.
other girls.
But she seems feisty. I like her. She seems to have her head on straight.
It's true. But yeah, we're watching this new Australian version now. More you than me, but like I do wonder because like I fell in love with the previous characters.
Yes.
And to a lesser extent the previous season, but this season I love these guys, and I'm just waiting for a moment on the Australian one where I'll overhear something and I'll be like, oh, I relate to that person, or like I'll begin to notice that these people are actually humans and not just in it for the money. But as far as like compelling characters,
Where they at though?
I just haven't really clicked onto it yet.
Yeah, but I feel like if you watched more of the season 5 of the British one with me,
Yeah.
you would like, because like there was a hardcore bromance in that one too between Curtis and Tommy.
Okay.
And Tommy is like very affectionate too, the boxer. Remember they kissed on the lips?
I do. No, that season was fine to me.
Yeah.
I'm talking the Australian one.
Yeah, the Australian one is lackluster for us so
Yeah.
far. Me too, I will say, because yeah, I'm just not, but it is growing on me. Like I was very close to just stopping that one and going to another thing earlier, but then I kept with it.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, you got time, you know.
Definitely.
Terrell Bateman commented a picture of Luke squared here, you know, and that picture's gonna be put into the podcast.
That's it.
It's gorgeous. And he asked,
Yes.
"Is his name spelled Ched? Ched?" That's correct.
That's accurate.
You know, it sounds like the name of like a rich white evil guy, but he's
Okay.
not that. He is a massive black, handsome, not
Angel.
evil
Yeah.
angel.
Yeah.
You know, he's anything but what you would picture with the name Chad.
Yeah, he just has like twinkly eyes.
Yeah.
If I met him, I would be like in awe at how tall and cut he is.
Me too.
Watching these shows, like maybe it's because I don't ever go to the gym or anything, but it's just like, how do they find that many people that are that ripped?
Can you do an impression? And
I've never seen someone like that.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like they do that. What I'm more in awe of is the personalities. Like they found people who are that ripped and are compelling.
Yeah.
Can we play this out, okay? Where you're Ched and I'm meeting you as me.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to like stand up on the couch. Just kidding.
Yeah, right? You walk up to me and you introduce yourself.
Hi, you doing all right? I'm Ched.
can you pick me up?
Easily.
Can you hold me? You know? That how could I even say, hey, I'm Pat? How could I say that to him? I'll go, can you lift me?
Can you lift me?
Can you lift me in the air?
Yeah, and they'll do like challenges on the show where they're like squatting the girls and shit, and it's just like, damn.
Yes.
That's some strength right there.
Now we have one last clip.
Oh my god.
And I want to talk about this. This is not Love Island. This is the previous show that you were watching, 90 Day Fiancé.
This is some more quote-unquote trash reality TV that's very compelling.
It's so good. And you haven't seen this season yet. But there's this couple that we've been watching.
Oh my god. They're all over the internet, though, because they're so unique.
It's this guy. He has no neck. And they call him No Neck Ed, okay? And I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to put it in the final podcast.
Oh
but
my god.
he's this guy, right? He has arms. He has legs. He has shoulders. Mm-hmm. He has a head. Mm-hmm. He has no neck. This is one scene, and I won't put this in here because it's just so quick. But they show him. She comments on the view, and to look at it, he goes.
Oh, he
has to move his whole body.
Oh my god.
So this
it just looks so uncomfortable to be him.
This is something I'm gonna add to the soundboard. It's just so fucking good. But Ed is with this girl. I forget what country she's from.
I haven't seen it, so I forgot too.
But I'll just play this whole clip out.
This is going to be less romantic. So this is mouthwash. And I got you a cute toothbrush. This, your breath is not pretty. One of the first things I noticed, even at the airport, was her breath, but I didn't know how to bring.
First of all,
the balls.
I mean, that's the thing. On a show like Love Island, you can barely get away from cameras and stuff unless you're like literally asleep and the lights are off.
Yes.
There's plenty of time when they're not on camera in a show like 90 Day Fiancé, where if he does have a problem, he can go about it, first of all, in a nicer way, and second of all, not make it into a scene of the show.
Correct.
There's so many, like, they leave and they come back the next day. Do you know what I mean?
There's so much wrong with this.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much wrong with this. Like,
plus,
yeah. Say it.
Second of all, if you were to rate their looks, just looking at both of them, I would way sooner go for her than I would go for him. Like, she's not, super attractive by any means, and I can't smell her breath.
Yes.
But that being said, you don't do that. You don't say that to somebody. Like, that's so socially awkward. He's obviously socially inept, is what I'll say.
The fucking balls on this guy.
The cojones.
To have no neck.
Is that a medical problem? What was he born that shape? Was he like a toddler, like no necking? On the playground, like looking around?
like, hey, go long. And he's like,
exactly. Yeah, was it that way, you think?
I don't know, but it's...
Imagine him as a child.
He should be in his fucking glory right now. I'm telling you this. If this guy walks up to her to meet her for the first time and she opens her mouth to say hi and a dick comes out, her tongue is a penis, he should be like, you're the most beautiful girl I could ever imagine to her.
And that I could ever pull.
Ever.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's move on.
It up, and I don't think she realizes it, but I do. I got you good toothpaste.
He looks like Kathy Bates.
Do you know that my concern is your health? Because if you get disease in your mouth, it goes to your heart. You can get sick. Do you understand?
I know what you mean, but this is from my stomach, not my teeth.
Oh,
I have an ulcer,
Oh, you have an ulcer?
Yeah.
Is that true?
This is the first time you're telling me you have an ulcer.
I always toothbrush.
Okay. So now you tell me, I understand.
I always think about there's no music
From
in
my
real
heart,
life. So
I
it's
care
like
about
probably
you.
so fucking silent and
So
awkward.
I know.
And they just had the music, so it's like not as.
I'm so exalted that I want to give a punch to Ed.
Good for her though, for real.
That is my favorite.
She should give a bounce to him.
She should give a pounce to him, you know?
Yeah.
He deserves. She should.
He's the shape of a bouncing bag.
Yo, imagine she gave him a bounce and his neck popped up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She should
Oh
be
my
worried
God.
about his health, to be honest. But I
Yeah,
do
the
want to
fucking
know.
balls he has to bring up her health.
Wait, do stomach ulcers make your breath smell? Google it right now.
Yeah, I'll Google that. I mean, I believe her. I'll say that.
I do, but I've never heard that.
Stomach. Wow. First of all,
It's because of 90 Day Fiancé.
it popped up so quick. Yes, the answer is yes.
Damn. I wonder if it's a specific smell.
When I feel embarrassed, I think Ed is a rude person.
He is.
Kailangan na lang
You can't be
tanggapin ni Ed.
rude
Kung
and
ano ko,
hideous. You have to
I
not.
love you.
Pangit mo.
I love you.
Pangit mo.
Does that mean I love you? I hope
Yes.
it means I love you.
He's a buying a mo.
She's fucking
Which means-
calling him ugly in her own language.
Yeah, for those who are listening to the audio only, when she says bang a mo, it says you're ugly, and he's like, "Are you saying I love you?" Hey Ed, no.
Why would she be saying that as she's storming off into
Yeah,
another room?
I love her.
Socially inept. No, seriously? Yeah, good for her.
She should give a pouch to him.
She should give him a bounce.
Yeah. Oh my god. And plus, like, that
I
reminds.
love her face the whole time.
Yeah, she's so not having his
like-
shit. She is so much more attractive than he is.
Absolutely.
And he has to realize that shit.
Yeah.
Like, as a guy who is in a relationship with, I'd say you are more classically attractive than I am. Most people would say that, right? You have to be aware of that. Okay, you have to go
So
in
you're
aware of
telling
that.
me that my breath has smelled the whole time and you don't care?
No, I'll tell you this.
What
though.
would you do in that situation though? In Ed's situation? Like how would you go about it?
He went about it too early.
Okay.
Too early.
But then you have to be kissing her and stuff until you bring it up, you know?
Then kiss like this. Watch. Here's how you do it. Ed, close your mouth like this. Then that way you have a gate. Okay? That's how you do it, Ed.
But then when the time came, what would you say? Would you present gifts like he did?
No, that's not how you do it.
Right?
You know why? One time, it was our music teacher. There was a kid who was absent. And she sat the class down and she said, I want to talk to you. I'm not going to say his name. This is a made-up name.
Okay.
I want to talk to the class about Gregory.
Okay.
Have any of you noticed that he has body odor? And a few people said, yeah. She said, here's what I want to do. I want to bring in a stick of deodorant and leave it in his desk. What do you think about that? Would he be offended? And everyone was like, yes. you don't do that. First of all, don't tell the class about Greg's odor. He'll find out the next day. Okay?
For sure.
You don't do that.
That's a bad teacher move.
Yes.
Was it elementary school?
It was 5th grade.
Oh, he was probably just growing faster than the other people, so he smelled.
And I'll tell you this.
People that young don't really think about deodorant yet, I feel like.
Up until 3rd grade, if I had to pee a little bit, I would just pee my pants.
That's great.
Like, the way you said it made it seem not normal, you know?
It's not, I don't think that's normal.
I wore sweatpants.
So?
And I would, listen, right? I would have a little bit of pee in my bladder, okay? And say it was like 1:15. I go, all right, well, we're going to be in this class until 2:10. If I pee a little bit now, it'll be dry by the time I stand up. And that happened.
That's great.
So kids smell is my point. There's different smells.
Some kids do, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I bet you did. Okay. And what I would do if your breath smelled, I would put the gate up, okay?
The teeth gate?
I would put the teeth gate up. And then I would just brush my teeth so often that you would sort of feel like you were lacking a little bit. I would, after every meal, every hour, every drink, I would go in there and I would brush.
That's when I brush my teeth.
Are you trying to tell me
Now.
something?
No, I'm just saying that I'm like a weirdo. I feel like I waste a lot of toothpaste.
Your breath would never smell. But I think that's the end of the episode, right?
That's fun.
You have anything else to add?
Meow. We're going to be back in a couple days to record some interviews, some chit chats with some cool people. So look forward to that coming up soon. But just thanks for joining us on. And this is the first time we've done the new version of like the live thing. So
yes. Oh,
that was
check it out. In the comments, we have Terrell Bateman and Lynn Santos catching up.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm actually going to screenshot this, put this in the podcast.
That's fun.
All right, everyone. That's the end of the episode.
Go watch Love Island.
Please give your thoughts to my broken ceramic or plaster or porcelain or what was that other thing?
Terracotta.
Or terracotta cat. Just like seeing the situation, seeing the cat fucking broken that way, it makes me want to give a pounce to Ed.
Space between.